We do anything for extra cash when the rent is late, don't we? Download an app, fill out a profile, trust the system. I accepted a TaskRabbit job on a rainy Tuesday. It was simple. Assemble a wardrobe in a nice neighborhood, quick payment, 5-star client rating. I should have been suspicious of the price. $500 for 2 hours of work? Nobody pays that for IKEA furniture. They weren't paying for the assembly. They were paying for the bait. If you use these apps to enter strangers' homes, stop. Listen to what happened to me first. The house was at the end of a quiet cul-de-sac. The owner, Mr. Peterson, seemed harmless. An older gentleman, maybe 60, thick glasses, wool sweater. He offered me coffee. He was polite. He took me up to the guest room on the second floor. The room was empty, except for the cardboard boxes. "Make yourself at home," he said. "I have to step out quickly to pick up my wife from physical therapy. I'll be back in an hour. The lock is automatic, so don't worry about closing it." I agreed. I heard his footsteps going down the stairs. I heard the front door slam. And then, I heard the sound that haunts my nightmares to this day. It wasn't the click of a normal lock. It was the heavy, metallic thud of a magnetic lock, the kind you hear in banks or prisons. At first, I thought it was a mistake. I tried to open the bedroom door. Locked. I yelled for Mr. Peterson. Silence. I tried the window. And that's when the real panic hit. The windows looked normal from the inside, but when I tried to open them, they weren't glass. They were polycarbonate screwed into the frame. Unbreakable. I was trapped. No cell signal, which I only realized in that moment. The room had a signal jammer. I sat on the floor, sweating cold. Why lock me in? To rob me? I didn't have anything. That's when I decided to finish the job. I know, it sounds crazy, but my mind went into denial mode. If I assemble the wardrobe, he comes back, pays me, and I leave. I started building, and it was when I dragged the base of the wardrobe near the wall that I saw it. There was a loose panel on the baseboard. I pulled it. Behind it, there was no insulation or brick. There was glass, a mirror. I pressed my face against the glass and cupped my hands to see through it. The room next door wasn't a bedroom. It was an observation room. Chairs, monitors, and tripods. They were all pointed at the room where I was standing. But the worst part wasn't that. The worst part was what I saw taped to the wall of that control room. Photos, dozens of them. Faces of men and women. Some wore delivery uniforms, others plumber outfits. And on each photo, there was a note written in red marker. The plumber, day 3. The delivery girl, day 7. They didn't hire services. They stocked participants. I wasn't there to build a closet. I was the entertainment of the week. I didn't wait for Mr. Peterson to come back. I used the heavy hammer I brought in my tool bag, not on the window, but on the drywall next to it. I smashed the plaster, kicked through the insulation, and squeezed myself out of that house like a rat escaping a trap. I ran until my lungs burned. The police went there, of course. But when they arrived, the house was empty. The guest room, normal. No armored windows, no observation room. Just an empty, freshly painted room. They said I had a psychotic break, that I made it all up. But last night, I got a notification on my phone, from the app, a review from Mr. Peterson. 1 star. The service was interrupted before completion. But don't worry, we already have your new address for rescheduling. I moved towns. I changed my name. But every time I need to call someone to fix something in my house, I smell that room, and I lock the door with me inside.